This is my 1985 CJ7 Renegade. I bought it about 3 years ago. I bought it from the original owner. He bought it when he was 16. I have all the receipts, window sticker, everything dating back from when it drove off the lot. I drove it home, and once I got it home, I've been tearing it down ever since. It hasn't went down the road since I brought it home. Everything ran fine, everything worked. Had 56,000 original miles on it. The tub was in rough shape. That was about the only thing that was bad on it, was the tub. So I found a 1981 tub from a gentleman in Kentucky. Very, very solid tub. It has some dinks and dents and scratches in it, and some dings, but otherwise very solid, especially in the spots that usually rust out, like rocker panels here and the floor pans. You'll see some surface rust, no big deal. Problem areas are very solid, the typical problem areas. The corners, the roll bars. There's some surface rust, but very solid. I can show you underneath. Floor pans all the way back. I completely rebuilt the chassis. Stripped the frame, wire wheeled the frame, POR 15. That it has new leaf springs, 4-inch suspension lift, new 1-inch body mounts. Let's see, the transmission is not in it. You can see the engine, which was also stripped completely down in POR 15. It's got like new tires on it, 31-inch tires. Discover Cooper ATs. The wheels are the original chrome wheels. They were pretty bad shape. I just flat blacked them just for pushing around the yard here, so they're not anything special. The doors are the only rust spot. Have the only rust spots on them around the fenders. They're solid. They're just surface rust. They can be fixed. Not terrible. There's a spot on the hood here, about the size of a quarter. That's the only spot on the hood. Windshield frame's good. All the glass is good. The doors, all the door equipment's complete. It's got nice. The interior is very nice in it. I have the complete interior except for the carpet. The doors are burgundy. Or excuse me, the interior is burgundy. The seats are burgundy, obviously, and I have pictures of them. I don't have them in the vehicle. The back parts, the typical trouble areas you can see are solid back here in the tub. These seams are bad typically. It's got a 20-gallon tank in it, which was kind of a special order deal, and it's got a big heavy skid plate on it that was kind of rotten on this one, so I had to find one. I found a nice OEM one out of California, and I cleaned it up and painted it. It's nice. It's got a new fuel sending unit. The tank's in there, polyethylene tank, polyurethane, whatever it is. I have new stainless steel fuel lines, which aren't ran at this point. There's the firewall. You can see that's pretty solid. No major rust problems. Got some surface rust. Inner fenders are solid. I went through the motor as far as I took the oil pan off and stripped everything off the exterior to paint it. I took the pan off. All the bearings look good in it, so I just replaced all the seals, main seals, gaskets. It's got a new alternator, thermostat, water pump, all the accessories, fuel pump, distributor, coil, all new. I bought an aluminum valve cover for it because the old plastic ones leaked really bad, and as you can see when I show you the transmission, it covered the bell housing with oil. The grill. little bit of rust on the attachment point, but no major problems. The wood is just there to hold the engine from tipping forward because the trans isn't in it, so the third mount's on the trans. If you're wondering why there's slabs of wood under there. Here's the drive shafts, swing gate for the spare tire, front bumper with lights. There's the tailgate. Tailgate's in great shape. There's the back side. Carpet's good on the back. Here's the stainless steel lines for the fuel. There's some miscellaneous attachments, hood latches, and other small items. Intake and exhaust manifold gaskets. Intake and exhaust manifolds still need to be attached. Here's the bulk of the remaining assembly. Just odds and end items: the AC unit, the headlamps, wiring harness. There's some heat shields in there. You can see that they'd probably need to be replaced. Heat shields, master cylinder, and there's the radiator. The radiator was in really good shape. It looked like he had it replaced recently. There's all the padding for the roll bar, which is all in really good shape. There's the reason why I'm getting rid of it, because I bought a new toy, so I don't really have room for it. If you're wondering why I'm getting rid of this project, here's the transfer case and 5-speed manual transmission, T5 Dana 300, and it's oily from the leaky valve cover. Everything worked fine in it. All the gears worked, reverse, four-wheel drive, everything worked great in it. There's the clutch and pressure plate assembly, and then I think I have there's the steering column and a couple other miscellaneous items. And here's the remainder of the engine. Like I say, it's just the intake manifold. I tore this off because I was going to clean everything up and paint it. And there's the wire harness, and beer bottles not included, and some vacuum lines that need to be reattached. It really is, as far as vehicles goes, one of the simplest vehicles you could ever want to rebuild. Very simple. So there it is. Everything you need to get it back on the roads here. Very solid. All the problem parts that you typically would have a problem with are there. The nice tub. Again, the frames was very solid, no problems with the frame. These are typical problem areas back here. The frame would rust in half. No problems with this frame. And up here by where the steering arm, or excuse me, the steering assembly goes, was typically a problem area in the frame, and there was no problems with this frame. Very solid. So there you have it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I'll try to get some more pictures or videos. Thanks.